As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the carry, here's Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The numbers for Smith last time out, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd and short. Here now the offensive starters for Atlanta.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
On 1st and 10, Costa. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. They'll try and run forward with Smith. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Here are your defensive starters for the Panthers. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Nothing on EA Sports. On third down, Smith. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So first and 10 after a big mistake on fourth down with a penalty. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third down, Wilson. The open man is Smith. And down inside the 15 he goes. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They have a first and 10 at the 13-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. It's caught. Smith. A gain of 6 there on first. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat it?
And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown of the new season as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
After the penalty, it's Smith. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. 2nd and 9 now.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because with their hope.
It's caught at the 10. A big pickup of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Touchdown. Ito Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I said just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not 4 verts? One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
What? 380! Check in. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, and that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. His side, they've got the lead, but I think he's not happy with how he's played. That's the bottom line. But how many adjustments need to be made when, bottom line, you're winning?
Yeah, you're just trying to play better for yourself.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Smith. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it again with Smith. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On 1st down, Costa going up top for Kupp. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
But has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now on 2nd and 13, Wilson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Now Wilson. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Ito Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costa. And his throw here is incomplete. This defense trying to do its part. Active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Off the play fake. Costa. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson, and that's caught by Smith. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Now Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, he finds Taylor, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Wilson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Ito Smith heading back out with the rest of his offensive crew. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A first down carry for Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson throwing again. And he's got the hook up to Moore. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And this one complete to Smith. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And the 13-year man puts it through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 out, 3 out.
Again, it's Smith. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I don't think you got it, son.
Looking to throw. Costa. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Pick it up, guys, pick it up. 14.
Here's Wilson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. He'll look to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. He's back to throw. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Atlanta, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young